Yeah, wireless control, baby. That's that Drake. That's that Drake off that Scorpion. That's how you feel. I don't know if y'all heard what Lil' Kim said, man, but she was dropping some knowledge. Rule number 1 to be a boss: never let a clown nigga play you. Yeah, this is the Wireless Control Podcast, y'all. I'm your host, Complete. We are brought to you live here from Kerrigan's Pub. It is another beautiful Friday in Birmingham, Alabama. We are right here at Kerrigan's Pub. Wireless Control Podcast. We are brought to you by Vulcanite Radio. Vulcanite Radio has a summer series of podcasts right now available on iTunes, so go check that out. It is a summer series that my man Artiste put together, basically talking about the development of our record, our meaning the Green Sea, the hip hop group that I'm a part of. Our record, Drapetomania, and it's basically like giving you highlights and insight on how all the songs on that record were put together. So go check that out. Vulcanite Radio, check out the podcast on iTunes. I'm here at Kerrigan's Pub. If you're ever in the Birmingham area, please come check out Kerrigan's Pub. Alright, without further ado, I'm gonna jump on these gamers a little bit, man. Like Kim said, there's rules to doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? There's rules to be successful in this thing. If you want to be successful, there's rules that you should follow, and that's with anything that you do. So I'm gonna talk about what I think 3 rules of game development should be. Rules that the developers and the people and the powers that be and the tastemakers, they need to follow if they want successful games. Okay, and I'll probably bring to you another segment, special segment this weekend, because Comic-Con is going on right now. They've already kicked in. It's ending on Sunday, I believe. I was supposed to go, y'all. I was supposed to go. My homie Aaron at Sanctum Comics, man, he hooked me up. He hooked me up with a pass, and I was gonna go out there, but man, them plane tickets, man, them prices just jumped up on me, and I wasn't prepared for it. I'll be prepared next year, though, y'all. I promise y'all, next year we're gonna be live from Comic-Con in San Diego. All right, but anyway, 3 rules, game development. All right, developers, I hope y'all are listening, and I'm just gonna let Drake. I'm just gonna let him provide the backdrop. I know we got a lot of stuff going on in the background, but I really like this Scorpion, y'all. I really like this joint right here. I'm usually not a fan of Drake singing, but this is dope. This is just dope, and when something is dope, it's just dope. You just can't deny it. So I'm just gonna let it loop in the background while I'm talking, all right? And hopefully I'm talking loud enough. I don't think that should be a problem with me talking loud enough. All right, anyway, rule number 1. Rule number 1 of successful game development. Rule number 1, I believe, is listen to the player. Listen to the player, okay? Listen to the people that are actually playing the game, spending money on the game, playing the game. Listen to the player. Because that's who you're marketing, that's your audience, right? There's some examples, some horrible examples about people not listening to the player. The whole microtransaction thing that went down with EA and Battlefront 2, you weren't listening to the players, okay? No, whoever said, you know, I want to pay for, after I bought the game for $60, you know what? I want to pay some more money for some stuff that don't mean nothing in the game. Who said that? What player said, I want to pay for the game and then pay for microtransactions and loot boxes in the game without any benefits, or I want to put in a bunch of time gaining in-game credits for stuff that I could get if I buy it, but I just paid $60. I don't want to buy anything else. I want this game to be fulfilling enough with just my $60. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that I just want one NFL game? EA. I'm talking to EA right now, and I'm talking to EA because Anthem is about to drop like in February 2019. I'm really excited about the game, and I don't want EA to mess it up. Okay? Listen to the player. Who said we just want one person to make all the football games? Who said that? And your football games are suffering because I know Madden sells well. And that's the fans' fault. That's y'all fault. Anybody who plays Madden, that's y'all fault. Y'all keep buying the same game every year. Every year they package it the same. They don't do anything grandly different, and you still buying it. So it's y'all fault that we can't get some competition. It's y'all fault that we can't get a good NFL football game from 2K anymore. Obviously, EA did something to pay for exclusive rights, and so now they're the only ones that can make a football game. Who said that? Who was y'all listening to when y'all did that? And even though, like I said, people are playing it, not as many as could be. If you have more people making it, listen to your player. Marvel Heroes Omega, you didn't listen to the player. That's why you don't have no game no more. The players wanted more characters on the consoles over the PCs. The players wanted microtransactions that actually were affordable and could get them something, not a chance to win a hero, not an opportunity to win a hero. So what'd you get? You got no game. Game is gone now. It's gone. Listen to the players. Listen to the players. Feel out if they want first person or third person. The people that are making Cyberpunk, the players have spoken loudly. Your game is not even out yet. At EA, at E3 rather. At E3, which is a couple months ago, at E3 they released the trailer for Cyberpunk 2000 or whatever. I think Cyberpunk 2000 or Cyberpunk 2020, whatever it is. Y'all know what game we're talking about. And I'll probably have a picture of it like in here somewhere. Cyberpunk drops, the trailer drops, people all excited, and then like a day or so later, they announced that the game was going to be first person. And I've got to find this Twitter thread. If I can find the thread, I'm going to put it up on screen. But there's a thread where people are just like, no! Why? This game looks so cool. And you're going to do it in first person? So whoever's developing that game, I hope you listen to the player because they're trying to tell you something. All right, on to rule number 2. Rule number 2, just make a good game. Make a good game. Make a good game. That means you gotta take your time. That means you gotta execute. That means the control system has to be right. That means the graphics gotta come correct. That means the game has gotta have a good flow to it. If it's a campaign-based game, it's gotta have a great story. Make a good game. Grand Theft Auto 5 took about 4 or 5 years to make. It made $1 billion. So if it takes me 4 to 5 years to make a game that's $1 billion property, I'll do that. I'm good with that. 4 to 5 years, make $1 billion? Good. I'm in. I'm there. No problem. Make a good game. The Star Wars game, The Force Unleashed, that first game was very, very, very good. I think that game took about 2 or 3 years to develop and make. You can clearly see the difference between The Force Unleashed 1 and The Force Unleashed 2. The Force Unleashed 1 had a lot more detail. The textures were more clear and sharp, and the detail was just, oh, it's amazing. And then The Force Unleashed 2 comes out, and yeah, you had the dual saber action, but the detail was not there. The textures were not there because they didn't take that long to make that game. They said, oh, we got to hit with number 1. We need to rush with number 2. No, you don't need to rush. The people are going to wait because they got no choice to. They're going to wait because they know they're going to get a good game. So take your time. Make a good game. Ubisoft, they're good for this. Take your time. Make a good game. At this point, it doesn't take them long to kick out Assassin's Creed games because the framework is already there. So they refine the textures a little bit. They change the environment because you're always in a different environment. And they, adjust the in-game rewards in terms of the armors and the weapons that you can get. A few minor tweaks in there and boom, they're back at it. They're back at the top. But with Ubisoft, I'm telling y'all better take this thing to Japan either in the future or future Japan to the past. That's what the players want, y'all. Go back to rule number 1 if you forgot. Listen to the player. We want ninjas. We want samurais in Assassin's Creed. And I ain't talking about the side-scroller thing that y'all did with the India and the Russia. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about a full-blown game. Get with it. Make a good game. Make the controls decent. Make the controls great. Don't make me have to look at the guide to really understand how to control this. Dragon Ball FighterZ was excellent with this. It's just a button masher. It doesn't take a lot to do the super moves. That's excellent. I used to hate Mortal Kombat games for that, for making the control system so complicated. Don't do that. Don't make the control system complicated. The game needs to look good. The game needs to play well. Those are the things you need to do. All right, so listen to the player, number one. Number two, make a good game. Take your time. Execute. All right? Number three, most crucial. This is the last rule right here. And then I'm out. The last rule. Remember that your game needs to have replay value. Replay value. That's why I love Game Informer so much. It's like my favorite magazine because when they rate a game, replay value is that last item. It's very simple to them. It's either low, average, or good in terms of replay value. Give me something to come back and play the game again for, okay? Again, Ubisoft is great at this, especially with the Division, because nowadays you can buy the season pass and you get all the DLC that they plan to release. So it's got replay value. So even if you finish the campaign before that first or second DLC comes out, you don't mind going through a couple more boards again before you get to that DLC. That DLC may make you want to go back and gain some extra Phoenix credits or something like that for an in-game reward. Make the game's replay value high. Up here, not here, not here. Not here, not here, but here. Up here, off screen, off camera. Make the replay value high. In other words, you gotta step your game up on these microtransactions. You gotta step your game up on these in-game rewards. Fighting games really suffer because there's no more really in-game rewards. Fighting games used to give you a different cinematic for every character you beat the game with. Every character had its own cinematic, and that was great. That's when we played the game. Well, we played the game to destroy whoever was across from us, but the other reason was to see what happened in the end. To get a weapon, to get an extra skin for beating the game. They don't do that anymore. Y'all don't do that anymore. And Injustice, I'm real pissed at y'all right now. That's a whole nother segment. Injustice 2, y'all are pissing me off, man. If you give me any more common gear, it's so hard to get from 20 to 30. Oh, I'm going to go into it. All right, but that's another segment. All right, so give your game replay value. I need some good in-game rewards. I need great microtransactions, okay, for my game to have replay value. And I need a great story. I think developers are doing themselves a great disservice, and they'll catch on. They'll catch on eventually. They're doing themselves a great disservice because they don't bring in comic book writers to really do these games, like the campaigns. Bring in a Rick Remenders. Bring in a Brian Michael Bendis. Bring in a Scott Williams. Bring in somebody like that. Bring in McFarlane, Seth. Not Seth, but the other guy. The guy that did Spawn. Bring him in. I'm such an idiot. Sometimes I slip on my research, y'all forgive me. You know what guy I'm talking about. Todd, that's it. Todd. Bring these guys in because they had successful storylines that fans have bought and have sought after with fever pitch. The Apocalypse Twins, the Dark Angel Saga, the Avengers, the Last Infinity storyline. Bring the writers in to write and create stories for these video games so that the replay value is high. So that even if I play through the story and the campaign, it's so good, it's so compelling, I want to go through it again. Like Mass Effect, like Assassin's Creed, like those games, like Grand Theft Auto 5. High replay value. Not only that, not only the stories, but the multiplayer is executed well. Where if I can play somebody or play with somebody online, that's a great experience. I'm going to say this about Ubisoft and then I'm going to wrap. They did an excellent job with the multiplayer on The Division. I hate playing against other people online because other people always find ways to cheat, and I can tell because my screen is jumpy, my character is jumpy, and so it's not really a fair advantage. But I love if I can find people to play with and we can play together to beat the AI. And so that's what the Division does with these incursion missions. You team up with people, then the wait time is not that long, and you go forward and you get, whatever reward comes after beating that incursion mission. These are missions that you cannot do by yourself and achieve and receive the maximum reward. So you team up with 3 other people, it's teams of 4. So you team up and you go and you destroy and you get the rewards. Everybody gets the rewards. That is excellent. Now every now and again you come across some people who are impatient. If you don't know what you're doing sometimes, like me, you're dying a lot, they'll get upset. But for the most part, it's a great experience and it adds replay value to the game. I want to go back and replay it just so I can get in the lobby to play multiplayer with somebody, see if I can get this reward, unlock this reward on this incursion mission that I haven't gotten yet. High replay value. Remember, listen to the player, developers. Listen to the player. Make a good game. Take your time with it. Take your time with it. Number 3, remember replay value. The replay value needs to be up here. Not here, not here, not here, but there. My finger's going up. High replay value. Not low, high. This has been the Wireless Control Podcast, y'all. I'm your host, Complete. Continue to check us out on YouTube. Continue to check us out on Instagram and Twitter. Hey, yo, before I go, I want to give a real quick shout out to some of my folks on Twitter. I made a post about Future Fight because they're about to drop a new upgrade. Deadpool, a new cable outfit, and Domino are about to drop. But this is in the shadow of daggum. Look, I've been fussing for a while now about how they're just not going to give me another uniform for Storm. And I can't upgrade her anymore. Can I get another uniform for Storm, please? So I want to give a shout out because when they made this announcement earlier today, my response was, or from the Wireless Control Twitter page, yeah, great. So everyone, all caps, in the Marvel Universe is going to get in this game before Storm gets another uni? Y'all tripping. And then I posted a picture of all the Storm outfits that she's ever had. And it looks like it's about a good 30 to 45. And so I got a lot of likes. And I want to shout out all the people that gave me likes. FBA Young Boy, appreciate that. Child of the Past, Angel, Hot Stallion 23, some foreign person I can't even pronounce, Carlos Magnum, CA Magnum 17, at Worker B, spelled B3E. So all the people that like that and gave me love on that, I appreciate y'all. Y'all continue to follow me on Twitter. And don't hesitate to make a comment below. Okay, let me know how I'm doing. If I suck, let me know how I suck. If I'm on point, let me know I'm on point. If I'm garbage, let me know why I'm garbage, okay? I'm here for you, trying to make this thing better. Trying to do better. Remember those 3 rules, y'all. Listen to the player, make a good game, and remember you gotta have a high replay value. This has been the Wireless Control Podcast. I'm Complete. I'm out on that. We've been joining you live here from Kerrigan's Pub right here in the heart of Birmingham. Y'all check out Vulcanite Radio, our other sponsor. Check out their summer series on iTunes right now. Continue to check us out on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Wireless Control Podcast. And also continue to check out the Wireless Control Podcast on IGTV for more of those reviews from the passenger side. I got a couple more coming up real soon. So y'all continue to check us out. Keep watching. Keep subscribing. I'm out.